Now my favorite time. I finally get to take the cylinder off. I get to do the few things that I wanted to do and wrap this dude up. Things that I know work, and one thing that I'm not sure if it works, but if it does, it'll work great for all of us. So first and foremost, I'm gonna check the compression on this thing and see where it's at. Okay, 180, realistically, 178, but right there. That's great because that's a little on the low side for what I would like because I'm at 103 feet. I can pump that up to 190, 200 range. That'll pull out some bottom end power out of it. Good to know, I like those numbers. Now I'm gonna check the squish band clearance. Take the cylinder head off, lay the solder across the top, see what happens. I'd laid 60 thousandths inch solder across the top, didn't even touch. I laid 92 thousandths solder across the top, which is 3/32 solder if you want to buy it in the hardware store. And that came out to here. So I'm excited about that because it looks like I can thin up the base gasket stack, tighten up that squish, raise that compression, lower the pour time just a little bit, go for that bottom end that we are after. So let's look at what those parameters are. All right, here's my numbers. Compression, 178. Realistically, I'm at 103 feet above sea level, so that's good. Yep, the squish ended up being 80 thousandths, good. What I care about is what my base gasket stack was. So I took it apart. They've got two base gaskets put together. Base gasket stack stock is 24 thousandths, which is the base gasket in the KTM parts numbers that ends in 60. What I'm gonna do is use the one that ends in 20, the thinnest one, and that is 8 thousandths thick. And by doing that, I'll take 15 thousandths out of my squish, which will definitely make it snappier on the bottom. We'll see what it does to the compression. I'll lower the pour time just a tad more on the bottom end of mid spunk. I don't think it's gonna hurt top at all, personally. What I have to keep in mind is, there's basically a 3% loss of compression for every 1,000 feet that you go up, which means that if I go up to 3,000 feet, a lot of times when I start in different places where I ride, right there, if you do the math, realistically, I'm starting at about 168 pounds of compression. So, if I get higher than that, let's say 5,000 feet, it's starting to get low then where the bike's gonna get sloppier and colder, run a bit rougher on the bottom. By bumping the compression up now, sea level, that gives me a lot of playroom. Other things I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut the bottom of the piston so I don't hit the intake tangs on the crankshaft. I'm gonna open up my water jacket hole in the thing, and I'm gonna put on that billet exhaust manifold. I'm gonna end this video right here. You know what's going on. Keep this in mind though about the base gasket situation because your bike probably comes with this same stack. This is gonna be a great way to pump up some spunk right off of idle into mid. So we've got this narrowed down. Now let's go into the piston and the water jacket fix.